we are going to speak on is healing wounds, understanding, preventing, and overcoming child abuse through awareness and support. So, I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Martins. From your own understanding, what does child abuse mean?
Child abuse is basically the maltreatment of a minor, because we mentioned child. A child is a minor. So the maltreatment of a minor, either physically, emotionally, mentally, or sexually. That is just basically the maltreatment. You're not treating the right way of a minor child.
Every one of us are child or are children of someone. Well, children, even in the eyes of God. So me, I would not want to limit it to the minor, like because I would have loved us to be very broad about the topic. So that because most of the child abuse, you know, we have to talk about. There's so many adults that are going through a lot of abuse, and abuse are in different formats. So, like she has said, I think that is just the truth. Taking, can I say, rights of someone off the person, or ripping it off the person. That is what I would refer to as an abuse to anybody.
Why do you think child abuse is so common in our society, despite more awareness like this?
The word common depends, because some of the times, sometimes we just say some certain things because maybe some people just create interest in that and, you know, make it popular or propaganda, exactly, make it known. Because everything is a people that in one way or that, just like the way we said it, maybe we should look at it. This thing called abuse, what are the formats it can come? So like this question you gave to me now, which of the abuse are we actually looking at? Is it sexual abuse? Like you say, why is it common? Are we just tendering or focusing our attention on sexual
aspect of it? I want us to go to all of them.
When they abuse really everywhere. It's so common. One, people abuse one another because of lack of knowledge, exposures, understanding. Are you getting me? My people perish for lack of what? Because people are doing some things. Parents are even abusing their children. Not even sexually now.
Yes.
Wells, Baba abuse, attitude-wise, carefree attitude, carelessness. These are forms of abuse that do you understand now? We talk about and can traumatize anybody, even husband to wife.
Yes.
We abuse our wife, also abuse husband also abuse children, also abuse. I remember saying where children are bullying their parents. So you understand, church also, so many abuse, pastor to the congregation to the pastor. Okay, you wanted to say something?
Yes, you mentioned about the church, and that's why I was laughing, because we come across different videos nowadays where pastors are telling their church members to drink some
all sort of things.
Because
I wasn't when I watched, I was like, is this content? Because I was like, maybe it's content. When the pastor was beating the demons out of
I've witnessed it in a church, you know, so that's a form of abuse, right?
I heard one also, there was a woman also who had a cerebral palsy child, and they said the accident occurred in the church. In the course of deliverance, and they said the child has a kind of glory or whatever, so that they has a lot of enemy. Okay, you saw that, and they turned, I was crying, and they turned the baby at the baby point. They now turned the baby upside down, shaking it. It's like that was where the problem was started. Is that not a big abuse? So that's why maybe we should be able to. This is a broad topic. So maybe we will not pick one and based on that, or we make it general. Are you getting what I'm saying? And so with what we are talking about, we'll be able to put, okay, when it comes to sexual abuse, this is what we should do. When it comes to emotional abuse, when it comes to physical abuse, when it comes to even spiritual.
Yes, demons tormenting someone is
like, okay, that's an abuse from the demon.
I just let one know.
That's what is so common. Most of the time, we don't even know our rights.
Yes. Harassment from police, from this our force.
It's an abuse.
So
abuse is everywhere, my dear. Even maybe you yourself might be abused. That is personal.
bleaching cream.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be eating
ready. You're not. Can you see?
We don't shake safe.
This is why I'm guessing people that are listening to us might be saying one or two things. Maybe you tell us any abuse
you want us to focus on.
You really want us to focus on
So
today.
wow.
This is where
Now I want to ask this question and look at it in a parent point of
parent
view.
situation.
Yes. You notice, how will a parent make their child speak out? Or okay, we are trying to be broad. We don't want to focus on only child. Okay, you notice people, somebody under you notice somebody, your colleague, and you notice that they have withdrawn. How will you? It's not everybody that knows how to
Open up.
Yes. So how will you do it? Because we have situation of people that are depressed. You see them that are very happy, and all of a sudden you notice that they harm themselves.
depression comes in.
Yes, and that's so. How we are asked that we should reach out and we should be our brothers or sisters keeper. But how will you bring out that everybody in that person's house? Dr. Intranet.
The first step to me is creating trust. If anybody, either a child or a grown-up, once you trust certain persons, you will be able to open up about any situation. Remember that what the person that abused the other, what they try to do is make them believe that they are not loved enough by others. Especially this sexual aspect. Those people make their victims believe that I'm the only one that can love you this way. Those people do not love you. If you tell them, they're going to reject you. So, as parents or guardian or anybody that we are friends to one another, try to create this room of openness. Try to be less judgmental. Because if normal discussion, we can't even have it in peace. Something is going to go wrong in the midst of the conversation. Can I now come to that kind of person to discuss critical matters? Because these are critical matters. You have to create that environment around you that, look, I'm a person you can trust and your secret is safe with me. So when anybody have that perspective about you that I can trust this person is not going to push me away or judge me, or when this person is not going to see me differently or as dirty, then they'll be able to open up.
Well, we have a problem in society. We have a problem in society now. That most of the relationship that we have now is transactional. Is when I gain something from you, we can be friends, and we don't even know. We don't even know this thing. How are we those really going through all this abuse? Because that's a very big problem.
Like she said something about trust. That I want to maybe expatiate on that. Trust is not end. Trust is built. You build trust over time. Because that is a mistake a lot of us. Do you understand me now? And that is the reason we could believe in God or trust. Because at least from our childhood, we hear somebody is called God and he can actually be there for me. So that is one. Then I guess I to what she has said. issue to solve that person to solve the remaining 25%. So now imagine if I've been able to solve 75% of my problem, and the only thing that you know about me is 20%, you don't know how. Yeah. So I don't forget that the day I stop thinking that remaining 25%, that is in case some people have ulterior motive because they don't even the heart of the person. Sorry, because I always said it that another man something is another man something. No, those are the another man poison. But that's the end. I will always ask you a question. What do you really want? You know, then you will be willing because you're already adults. And I be forcing you the way I will force patients. No, nah. So I only talk to you. That is where talk therapy comes in. Counseling comes in. I counsel a lot of people. That is where I was. What do you want? After I talk to you, this is what it is. Then you are the one that will make up in your mind. You be the one to decide. So and whatever is because I've opened your eyes to it. I've opened a lot of people's eyes to the facts of life. And some of them make choice like, okay, what you say, let me try. And it works. And some of them will say no.
Be willing
so when it knows and when it comes to business, whatever, I'll tell you what, I say, this is the reason I'm doing this. So if them come and do that, I say, no, I can't do that. This is the reason. But I will not stop you from doing what you want. You know that when your problem comes, you shouldn't have your problem to my own. Because when I wasn't home, so you will because that the one that your choice. You don't understand what I'm trying to say now. So talk therapy is there. We have talk therapy, counseling, discussion like what we are doing now. It's supposed to be speaking to some people's things and enlightenment discussions like supposed to be talking to some people also. Like I got my strength from a mentor who was not giving me cheap, giving me so hard. So they will use to matter what I do. You know that you reason. Then I begin to see life in another different way. I begin to see that none of this life is in pieces. Oh, let me tell you one of the abuse I ever encountered. There are so many. But one of the abuse, when it comes to, okay, we're still young, we're looking for greener pasture, we go from another right thing. So, and I was doing money, I was doing from one of I went to one of the research and the wife, you can't even know that it's the husband that is my uncle. You think I'm directly to the wife, how hardworking I used to. So I misbehaved one day. Yes, I had to recognize it, which was very precious to her. I never knew. I just saw the video. So I see, just pick it anyhow. Just to go and watch it. And she never liked it. So when she comes, she was annoyed. So I was annoyed like, why do you have to pick this? She started talking, talking to me anyhow. Until she just make mention of one thing, if it is well for your parents, would they be allowing you to moving up and down? That one hits me. But I did not, it hits me hard. But I did not, for everything she said. I think my parents will. And I promised myself I have to be rich so that my children
will say that to my child.
My children. Yeah, because that was, picking up against her. That was the truth. I have to say the truth. Until when I met my mentor. So when we start our business, network marketing, oh yeah, take me to people know and like. I have one like that. I said, but I'm not going there. Since I left there, I did not go back to again because of that thing. So it's let's go there. And I knew that now putting a lot of people who can introduce me to them. That's what I'm not going to say. What happened? I think this was what the wife said when I was living with them. Do you know what my mentor asked me to say? What did you say? She said, I think she said that if my parents were rich, will I be moving around? I used to say it. I found be a chairman. Then that was the statement. So now say it was a bit. So is it not true? That was And it's not that it wanted to so it's not true. I said, show paron. That was like, he said, show paron. I said, what do you mean, show paron? Hey, parents, show mama and the cat. Then I was now asking myself today. That was the question.
Your mindset changed.
Yes. We went there because that day I just let go every nonsense mindset I had. That was not true. So then I said, this is true. True not from the reality. This is the reality. Like that. So that you can get whatever. So you also now need to decide what do you want to do. Do you want to be like your parents so that they will say the same words to your children? Some parents are like that. Some of us are living that kind of life. The same thing they say to your parents, they are still saying it to you. They will still say to your children. You know, somebody has to just break the brain. Did you understand what I'm saying? So, and that was what activated my mind. Okay. You can abuse your abusers. That's just by being positive.
Yes.
I'm not talking of
changing the narrative.
I'm not talking of creating wars for yourself. Because some of us, instead of using wisdom to deal with some issues, we create problem for ourselves in the name of fighting people that are fighting us or abusing us. So be positive. If the way it has come to you was negative and is not something pleasant, change it. Bring the best out of it. Do you understand me now? Christ came from the lineage of prostitutes, and okay. Like you trace it, yes. And look at the place he brought his house. So you can change it. Have a method to say if you want to back on the ground, lift your back on the ground, and make sure that you do. So change some of those negative abuse to positive, to bring the best out of us. You see that is well. You've been depressed, somebody jilted, or somebody cheated you. Anyone, somebody was disloyal to you. Continue your life and be better. Will come back and celebrate with you. Instead of you to not sit down, not because of today that left you. If you leave you, it's not leaving you for good. That means the bad aspect of your life had gone. Let the good thing out of your life begins. Because I've read about, okay, even this sexual abuse. I've seen people that were sexually abused and they are great.
And they became counselors.
Many, so you change it.
Many started foundations for children. You bring something good out of it.
So, I heard their story. I'm not too sure, but I heard the story of Genevieve. See her today, and she was also sexually abused, according to what is the Parawin also? I guess she was also sexually abused. And look at them. They never stood there and started like, it has happened. What was the next thing? Exactly. That's what my mentor told me. What is the next? Okay, that's how it is. You do not have control over it. You never plan it. You are not thinking about it. Now it has happened. What's the next thing? Let's move on. Let's make the best out of it. There are so many. That's why I said there are so many abuse. My sister, abuse. No. So, but when it happens, find out what you can do. Find out how you can change it. Instead of you killing yourself, being depressed. If you are depressed, you know what you are doing to your heart, to your brain. They are shutting them down for crying out loud. So now cancer will now enter. You now be saying you don't know how it's how it comes. Go and search your mind and see all the toxic emotions we allowed that are you don't break down your body system and not complain. You don't need to sit to negativities. We rise up to positivities and bring the best out of whatever thing that happens.
Just like that, if they are throwing you stones, you take it to you.
Gather there. That is what is I heard that from her also. Say all the stones they are throwing her, she always gather them and build castle. Not even mansion, a castle out of it. So that means that those abuses are like stones. I've never seen great people. I've been reading, I do read a lot of stories of great people. I haven't seen great people that there's no way you want to do yourself. Once you are going higher, so many abuse. You know, we never talk about that one. There are success abuse.
Yes, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He
says so.
He mentioned a lot of.
There are success abuse now.
Yes.
Once you are growing up, there are people just say that you are leaving us, so oh my God, my fly. The next thing is that you start throwing it. Saying all rubbish things that you did not do. Saying, how do you know where his money is even going? It might be ritual. That's abuse. See people that are supposed to share with you, they will debar them from coming to you. Do you understand that this? That's why I said that the format is so huge, numerous, that we cannot just finish it. But be positive about it. Be very positive. Change them to something that will help you be great in life.
Oh my God! Yes. What?
Thank you so much for go to parenting a child and a mother or notice the child. There's no time to accept how that to gather my family. My child is not from school. Some things to bully, very people say like so as there are certain that Jesus guided after and buying clothes and paying schools. So how we talk to our parents that they should have things that they are
We mentioned that create trust. Yes. So when you're trying to say to you, even once that fear is of them that I can actually tell mom this. Yes, I'm daddy. I want after my children, there is nobody that can love me. I'm telling you because it's not love, right? So I think it has to start from as young your children, and you have to understand the fact that they are not so little for you to start introducing things. Thank God, something where people started coming up with some and so many educators out there, so many educators. You know, in those days we used to say one person that gives birth is the whole community. You understand? That will train that child. So let other people, some things that you might not even notice in your child, as you know, let's say you are in divorce, so no, you not talk to my child like that. That's ask, you understand? So talking about abuse, whether or there's always of attention. They like to sit down and discuss before. They no longer do that. They like to talk about certain things before. Just throw in some topics sometimes. And when you hear, mommy, don't talk about that. Try to improve.
Especially if the child is but I'm not when they become that they want to, I'm on my own, I can take care of myself, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So how can you just break that barrier? Because there's some
you can't break. If you try to break, you will lose them.
Okay.
If you try to break, you will lose them. Enter in love. Especially these are teenagers that you're talking about. You can't eat whatever they don't want you to know, you're not gonna know. So enter them in the best way, because as parents you will know the best way to get across to your child. You understand?
Okay. See, we are just one. We cannot just do everything. We just have to try our best. You said something now, your parents who are girls is money. I don't just know what the world is turning into. So somebody was telling me something what I say. Everything we are seeing that are happening now happens.
Yes.
Even in the Bible times.
Yes. Exactly.
The only thing is that awareness are more on a higher level. Now any small thing now you see them on social media. Unlike then that maybe when it happens
It's
just some of us even pass through some of those kind of things.
And I think
Things.
I was speaking with Lily P some time ago. She mentioned that there is a person that does self-defense class for children. I think more than 50% of children need to be equipped. You know, that's like an asset. A person, any child, to learn self-defense.
See, those are part of the things. Like, there are so many things that are needed. You talk about Simona, you talk about building trust with the children, which is nice, lovely. Every parent should build trust with their children. Let the children be able to trust them. I read one story one day like that. That children they said they were in a building, you understand, suddenly the building collapsed. So one of the parts that collapsed covers them. So they rescued every other person, but they did not get there. So they thought maybe they are no longer alive. So and they were there for 3 days. And one of them keep telling me, they said, don't worry, my daddy is coming. He's coming. They said he was saying, my daddy is coming. And truly, the daddy was agreeing that his child, is there. And he was there removing those rubbles. But he was able to say, when he saw them, he said, yes, I said, my daddy is coming. Look at that trust. I wish we can have that with God like that. Do you understand? So we should build, even me I'm learning it. So because sometimes it's so cumbersome and because of the voila of the world. Because sometimes you have to have time for the children, you have to have time for the children. There's not anything you have to have time for money making. School fees is not smiling now. Do you understand? If you have time for the children, you don't pay them.
You are still failing on
you are failing another side.
Another side.
So that is why I say balancing.
Yes.
But I'll tell you, are you the one that created them to be able to balance them? You just have to do what we want. That's why I ask you, say, what do you really want? So based on what we want, we manage situations. Because sometimes when maybe they see a child that is they say the parent is not just mine. I remember when we were growing. So people will be telling us that they will tell our parents that, hey, look at the way they are training us. They are not training us well. A child of now was owned by a pastor. And we always have the stigma. Before you know, you call yourself a child pastor. I hate that stigma. That made me not to walk in my reality. The real me. Not be hiding. Now some of them that were saying that then that and I gave birth after their children. You see how we watch their children because I was telling one, I said, can you see now? Them that were saying it there, I was still young. They said they were not training us. Look at their own children. When you talk about waywardness, I cannot count it. So sometimes we should come together and do things. When you see that the other person is weak in one side, can you be a strength? That's why sometimes when I see parents with their children, I will call the child and ask. I've called a child one day, and what he cannot tell the mother. She was telling me, she was opening up. But later I now called the mother and said, look at where you are failing. That this is what you should do. Listen. Because mommy will not listen. Mommy will just be commanding. When mommy do not know anything. Can you imagine? You believe that mommy did not know? I said, no, it's not like that. What mommy knows is what is saying. Okay, let's see. How do we balance this situation? How do we want mommy to understand your part and you also understand mommy's part? We talk at length. I wish to still continue that. That's one of my dreams. Now I'll tell you one of the days we can do like that. I have a dream for that. So we can, one-on-one help people to broaden their minds. Do you understand? So the challenge in this world is better, especially when it comes to financial aspects. So there is no a parent will not go and work. When you are paying 1 million, 1.3 million as school fees. So how do you want to make the money if you want to stay with the child at home? I don't know whether you understand. Yes, how do you now want to get all those money? How do you I was coming from somewhere now just to get an office where we're going to. We were not only 4 point something million, 5 point something million. So how do you want to tell me? How do you want to cope? And it's not that maybe when you get the office, money will just be coming in. You still have to strategize. You still have to do so many things to make things work. I've been working. You don't know where you have been calling me. You keep working. So how do you do that? So the only advice that I would say or give is, one, know what you want. Then try to make sure that you are touching every aspect of life when necessary. Two, do not be apprehensive because you are not God. I am not the only one God created in this world. So do not put body. The Bible says, cast your body upon me. That is the Lord. Do you understand? For He cares for you. So some of this body, cast it upon Him. Let's train our child in the way of the Lord and in the society. What is around? Let them know. Like I was lecturing my child on the different bones, the blood bone, air bone, water bone, so that she knows, because this is sanguine, anybody, so you will lecture. When we noticed that was happening, Sheena is just doing it from her own free mind. But I know you don't just hug like this because of some issues like is it contagious, like hepatitis B, others hepatitis. You understand? And out of love, it can give you a case where I use it and return. Do you understand that? Which, if not because the way life is, am I supposed to correct that? It will be a good gesture. Do you understand me now? But we have to, this is it. It was after lecture. Let's do that. That is what I noticed at that time. But not telling me, you should do this, you should do that, you should do how more life. You just realize that you're not able to do some certain things that matter. Now, you ask a question. If they are going through abuse, how do we be sensitive? That's what I would say. Do not just be engrossed with your own thing and not be sensitive to other things. If not even to your children, things around you. Because one of the things I realized that kills a lot of parents then was sensitivities and this over-trust. They do not let people build trust with them. They just give trust to people. No, when you are with me, I have to test your trust over time. We are all victims of that. I'm not telling you that. I'm also learning it. So let people build the trust. When you get to the time, don't you want fire like a gold. And is now purified. This is it. So, build trust with people. Then pay attention to details. With this to learn. Pay attention simply is now that I said one of these the art of the deal. Like, billionaires pay attention to details, and that is why they are rich. Pay attention to why is this water here? You understand? And why are we looking this side? Why are we looking in this direction that we are looking? So when you see a child, okay, what is this? So you have to finish up with that. A child, pay attention to what is happening. So do not ignore it. Then, since it's a problem, know that there is a solution to that problem. You find the solution. Especially as women, I always hate that women will just start telling me that they have to find problem solver, solve the problem now. Do you understand that there is always a formula that will solve all problems? In mathematics, that's what we do. Yes. So the ability to identify the best formula is what we needed. So identify, pay attention to the on your physical life, on your social life, on every aspect of your life. Pay attention to all those details. So if anyone has lied, we cannot kill ourselves. I don't know. I'll tell you that. I don't kill, but I know we want to do it.
It is God that can balance life. Yes. But she mentioned being sensitive. I've heard of cases where people have been scared, but somebody perceived this. Just somebody was sensitive enough to there's gas leakage there.
I did. I
Because-
used to do that on my own. You see some people that are cooking and you not
and some
even
people,
try.
yes, they're careless. They are
And do you know that as careful as I am to when it's gas, I'm very sensitive when it comes to NASA or whatever. I can perceive.
so
And many a times now, at least I can count how many times I've forgotten cooking something on fire. So that's why I said that
you cannot
Jesus Christ is
is the
only
perfect
helper.
one, yes.
Sometimes, so but we must try our best to make sure at least we are sensitive, paying attention to details, and try to solve the problem when it comes. But you cannot live without problem. So that when they are coming, you solve it. But you said you wanted to guide against all problems. You will not even see the problem before you
Yes.
That's
And there's
the-
no growth.
that's
There's no
the
growth.
mistake that most parents use.
Yes.
Yes.
They are overprotective.
Yes.
They are like, hey, they don't want this, they don't do that, and at the end of the day, they still fail.
Yes.
Haven't we seen a lot of children that they put at home that they must not go out just because they don't want them to leave, and the children
Still get
but
pregnant.
Yes, the first
inside.
time because they are like chickens. Let me
Okay,
just
exactly. When they say show, when are you?
so yes.
So do not say you want to get it 100% right, but try your best to make sure that at least things goes the way it's supposed to. When it's okay, me and you now we are staying at home. I should get things done, the one I'm supposed to do. That's why I say, no, I don't need to wait for you to clean my toilet before I clean toilet, not because of anything, for myself. These are the attitude I believe that we should. I didn't finish it. Communication, very good. Talk about sensitivities. I talked about paying attention to details which are similar. Communication. Things when things are not going the way you wanted it, learn to talk about it, and learn the right way to talk about it. Don't talk about it in a way that is going to give you more depression. Even to the children, to your husband, to your wife, to your neighbors, to whatever. Find a way. When it needs fight, you will fight so that it can solve. And when it needs, it's true. That's why I say what do we want. That is what we want is fight that will bring it out. That's why sometimes when I see my guy want to fight, I okay, that's what we need fight. You know that when I realize that okay, it's not fight, I'll step in. You can fight me, I cannot fight. So that is just it, because one way does not enter the market. That is what the adage said. So we have to look at it. What is the solution to bring the best out of this? If it's sometimes I want to scold children, I haven't to scold your children every day. I will not talk to you. Doesn't mean I don't want to talk to them, but you just want to scold them now so that they can repatriate later. And otherwise, it's not going to work if you use another method. The other time I was using that to stop, and when she came, Mom, you don't want to talk to me. Okay, I don't want to talk to you again. This one we know. Let us find another way. And what was the way I found? And I thought that okay, let's see that one on one and begin to trash matters. When you use beating, it was not what you do, it was doing worse than maybe it's just beating. Okay, beating cannot. But I realized when I talked to discussions, discussion method.
Yes. Most children break. My child will, what you really said, touch me. But if you beat me, mommy beats me.
Mommy beats me.
My second one will even say, when you were younger, if your daddy beat you like that, will you like it? So, but if you talk, they will now hug you, I'm sorry. And so you're like, what's the point of beating?
Beating.
What's the point?
That's why I put my child at primary school. They taught us not to be beating children. It's Montessori schools. So they taught us that beating children does not solve. Now look at those trainings now that they are giving. So and I will learn it. So I've not overcome one shout.
I don't think any parent. I don't think any parent.
But they thought us that we were not supposed to be
Shouting at them.
But I told the woman, I said, okay, as we are using the British format, we also need to show format. I wouldn't know how I would not shout. Everybody's being like, I have to shout.
Sorry, man, to come in there, but man. But I'm not saying that the talking method is not working, but our parents, they use cane to.
No, they don't really use cane.
Does it make them right?
I'm just.
Does it not make them right?
No, really.
Does that make you better?
No, it doesn't. It even gives cars. I even understand.
Yeah, that you're also part of the
Yeah, but that guy, you remember.
Yes. I will tell you that
I'll give you
your children,
yes.
exactly, you will show your children that this was what truly is. That's why when I read some certain books, like they say nothing is right, nothing is wrong.
Is that dispensation?
If they decided they do that because of the knowledge they have, and that's where I'm going to bring the solution. You ask us of how do you say something. If that was what they felt, you need to reflect back. Does it really solve the problem?
Because the Bible spoil the road and spoil the child.
See, don't even let us go in that route. Because if we go in that route, we will be breaking it down. Sometimes it's not the way the thing is that we are just, the way we said it was not just the way it is. We can say one word. Thank you. We can say one word in different ways.
Yes.
And if you mean different things, it's the same word, but it's going to be different.
And
so if we go in that route, do you understand? It's not much. Every time I have to be thank you. Even those words that we are talking about.
Yes.
The essence of the
as a landlord, you will cry when someone says certain words to you.
Yes.
They never use cane on you, but you understand. So
do you understand? So that's why I said, let's not even go to that because I know your time is almost.
So I want to quickly say this last one before we.
I've not even the last one is whatever it takes. So I've said it anyway. Whatever it takes, training, especially training, we should always get it to solve our problem. That is it.
Okay, the parents.
Both parents' parts, every aspect. Training is needed. Because I notice that it takes me. When I'm a problem, I look at it, what to do. If I don't know what to do, I want to go and study about it. Do you understand? I want to receive training about it. Before you know it, you think I get that thing that was a problem, that was an abuse to you as you are an abuse to somebody who uses it for the best part of his or her life. So if you get the idea from the person, you can also apply it for your own. So do you understand me? So parents, when your children are growing old, maybe they are 5 years, learn it. How are we supposed to take care of 5 years? So I used to do that. My child, this thing that this girl, the way it's behaving, you have 5 years old, is that the same way? I will have this one, is that the same way? Then they will not teach. Some of them that are able to overcome it will tell you, this one will say, this one, and I can now sit down and ask myself, how am I supposed to?
Yes, there are books on new parents.
Thank you.
New parents, you're getting pregnant for the first time, you go through, but I think Nigerians, we believe we can just go through life and unfold it, yes. But once we look at life from the perspective of others, mistake.
Exactly. You avoid the mistakes and use their strengths.
Yes, you've learned from them. Majority of us don't do that.
So that's why I have it as to end it of a lot of things. Be sensitive, pay attention to details, solve your problem by yourself. Try to solve major part of your problem by yourself. Then learn about what you're going through or what you are going through, and from there you can solve.
I hope you are with your book and very because kind of waiting you cannot miss it. And let me the last question. We have as I said, you said it's a community that trains a child. So some of us like girls now, some boys, they are close to some aunties or uncle, my wife, my husband, that kind of a thing, and I have fallen a victim to something like that. It was God that saved me. The uncle even sent me a message and he nearly had this way, if not that his friend came in and like, what are you doing with her? So that shock now make him leave me, and we don't know that some of them, both female and male, they have pedophiles among them. So how can we protect our children from people like that? Some of them you will not know. And they are very close, they will come close.
But we've said this though, I've told you, I said build trust with people. Okay, somebody is staying with you, try to know the way of the person, try to know the way of the person. Everybody, okay, like we are saying it now, it's always like one. In a home now, it might be just maybe one person.
Yes.
Do you understand now? Or two.
And do you know
out of how many people there? It's not like if I
The
know
majority.
the majority.
Yes.
So let's know everybody to some certain extent before we just cast our trust on them.
Yes. And a sheep
Build
cannot
it.
become a goat overnight.
Overnight.
You would have seen some traces.
Traces.
A violent person either is speaking sometimes, especially when you say things that are not in accordance with that person's belief, they raise their voice. You will know that this person he has the tendency of being a violent person. You understand? But you just don't take everything as it's just a mistake. You understand? Even if you're going to forgive the person and move on, but you're going to think, are you sure this is not a red flag? You understand? Look at red flag in people. Don't just say he just did it, it's just a mistake. Don't see everything as a mistake.
Because most of the time, what causes this thing is that we trust.
Yes, it is just exactly.
This is this. So to me, that's why I say you said the solution. Pay attention to the things. You understand? Be sensitive. Then once you have seen lecture, what's the name?
The younger ones.
Allowing your brother to touch you, that kind of thing.
If all those doesn't still solve it, are we not hearing that every time? It takes communications over and over and over and over, and maybe I will end it with God should be in charge for us.
Amen. I hope you have learned a lot. I really have learned I really learned that there is always a solution for every problem. Don't allow your problem to tie you down. You have to stand on it. Use it as a stepping stone to something greater. Don't allow depression to hold you down. You are bigger than that. Don't rely on other people. Learn to build yourself. Learn to train yourself. And parents too. Learn to train yourself on how to take care of your children and be very sensitive. Yes, we honor all our parents for all their hard work. Yes, but please be very sensitive. The world now is not smart. You have a lot of things happening, and there are some people that have been watched. They will put that fear in the child that they will not be able to. So for us to not reach that level, please be, especially when you are having little ones that are growing with you, please be very sensitive. And everything that we have spoken today, please go back to it. Watch it and study it and implement it, and I know that everything is going to be alright. So
everything is gonna be alright.
Any last words?
I love that. You said it now. You said everything is gonna be alright. So do not disturb yourself. Cast your body on the Lord, for He cares for you.
Yeah. So thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.
Love you.